Catching up with the Perry Commodores for this WOSN high school football preview alongside Mark Kuntz. My name's Andy Lynch, the head coach Jesse Kill sitting to my left, and down on the end, Andrew Russell, a senior lineman and linebacker. Coach Kill, just 4 seniors graduated last year, so nice to have a good core returning.
Yeah, you know, it's always good to have a lot of experience back. Anytime you have approximately 16 to 18 starters coming back, you don't have to do as much as a coach because you see in those first couple camp days that kids are teaching themselves, and then they're starting to teach the younger guys, and then the younger guys are watching them. So overall, numbers have always been an issue here. We had 5 seniors my first year, 4 seniors last year. So now we have a group of seniors, a big whopping class of 8 or 9, depending on if we get one other guy out. So it's good to have that. Good to have that. Always good to have experience.
And this week you have a youth camp going on at Perry, kind of even the future further down the road. How's that been going for you guys?
I'll tell you what, the youth camp has been great. I've been part of, this is my 5th youth camp here, and we've usually in the past averaged about 30 to 40 kids. We've had about 65 kids out here today, so the numbers are up. A lot of kids are excited. I see a lot of these kids are the same faces from last year's youth camp, and they're remembering the drills. They're remembering how to block, how to tackle. Junior high numbers are up. We might be around 30 to 35. So overall, numbers are up. Experience is back. So good signs here. And
implementing a program, how encouraging is that for you as a coach to see the repetition, to see the younger kids as well remembering things?
Definitely, it's a great step in the right direction that you want. When you're building a program, you're not going to turn things around right away. I mean, we all want to, but ideally, Rome wasn't built in a day. And that's the philosophy that we're using here. And from year 1, when I took over, the numbers are up. The consistency, the percentage of weight room attendance is up. All kinds of little gains. And I'm starting to teach the kids, now that we got the numbers here, now that I got you showing up, now one of the things that I've preached to them during camp so far is don't just show up just to practice. Practice to win now. You guys are here, you've made the commitment, take that extra step. Let's get some wins on the board.
Andrew, is it neat to work with these young kids and kind of see how they're looking up to you guys, the current Commodores?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat, especially when I was a freshman, sophomore, looking up to them and now flipping it around. It's real neat to be teaching people and not be being taught and beat up on by the older guys for a change.
Tell us how that line's coming together on the offensive side of the ball, Andrew.
Oh, we got 3 positions to fill with people leaving or switching schools. So, I mean, it's pretty wide open right now, but we got a lot of bigger guys coming up, so it should be pretty successful this year, I think.
Coach, among those who graduated, Andrew Gibson, who did a little bit of everything for you, and, of course, Quiz Woods, who graduated, now trying to walk on at Bowling Green, continue his football career. You can't really replace that type of player, either Gibson or Quiz. How do you go about trying to find the next generation?
Well, it's just that next man in philosophy. You hope that over the past few years that they've looked at those older guys and they've worked and they've emulated some of the good characteristics that they have. And, I just hope that it comes through practice that these guys will step in and they'll be ready to play come Friday nights.
Start of your 3rd year, Jesse, do you change anything? Or is at this point, the kids are getting it, they're understanding your system, now it's time to take the next step with that system?
The philosophy of the program isn't changing. I preach the Commodore Creed. Show up, be on time, compose yourself, and work hard. 4 simple things that if everybody follows, you're going to see some success. You're going to see things starting to change. But as far as, X's and O's, yeah, we didn't put up 40 points per game last year, so I want to tweak a little something until I start putting 40 points on the board or we keep the defense to 7 points or less, then we'll stay nice and settled down. But we're going to tweak a little thing, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent with what it's been.
Andrew, you look back at last year, a 4-6 record, had a nice 3-game winning streak in the middle of the season. Does that provide a little momentum going into this year for you guys?
Oh, most definitely, I think. 4-6, and at least my 4 years here, that's the bbest we've done so far. And we've competed in a lot of the big games, even if we didn't win, even if the score was, pretty big difference. Going to the film room, there's usually just 1 or 2 plays where we change that, changes the whole game. And we got a lot of experience coming back that's been through it. So I think that'll help us out a lot this year.
2nd year in the NWCC for Fort Loramie for Lehman Catholic, so it's a full schedule. You get to see all the teams. What's your outlook in the NWCC this year, Coach?
Well, in the league, you always want to compete. Last year, we drew the nice straw to where we didn't have to play Sidney Lehman or Fort Loramie in the first year. So kind of the blessings of last year. Coming in this year, obviously, Sidney Lehman and Fort Loramie are going to be the favorites. They're going to be pretty tough. But we still want to compete. We teach our guys, do the little things, do your job, and you never know what can happen on a Friday night, and so that's what we're hoping.
Non-conference slate, you open up against Spencerville, take a road trip up to Toledo, take on Scott, Ayersville, Dayton, Jefferson Township, rounding out the non-conference schedule. That first week one matchup against Spencerville, is anybody going to throw the ball in that game?
Well, I don't know. They threw, I think, 2 passes last year, and we might have threw 5. So I don't expect there to be a whole lot of air game in there. But, Spencerville's a good team. They've changed things around. They changed their philosophy a couple years ago. Coach Zerby does a great job. Them guys, they listen. It was great. I have a lot of respect for him. It was late in the game. The game wasn't even close, and one of their guys jumped off sides. And, boy, he came out there and he was ripping their butt. And so that's the type of mentality that they have over there. And that just, they're going to win year in, year out because of that type of attitude. So, it'll be a good challenge. They lost a lot of guys. But, those young guys are ready and more than eager to fill in.
Andrew, who do you point to as a rival? Is it Waynesfield Goshen, an Allen County team like Spencerville? Which team would you say is your biggest rival?
I'd definitely say it's Waynesfield, being right across there. We know a lot of them and even sometimes hang out with them in the off-season. It's always the homecoming game, and it's always definitely the team in the off-season that we're working for to beat in the matchup too.
Commodores and Tigers will meet in Week 6 of the regular season. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more from the Perry Commodore football team here on WOSN. Welcome back to Perry High School as we continue our look at the Perry Commodore football team, joined now by Corey Smith, D'Angelo Daniel, and Kavion Milligan. We'll start with you, Corey, senior quarterback, linebacker, playing both ways. How do you think the team has come through this summer as you're on the eve of getting ready to hit camp?
Well, we're all coming around now. We're all getting Kill's philosophy of offensive defense, and filling Quiz's shoes is going to be big this year, but I think we have the guys to step up to do it.
D'Angelo, third year for Coach Kill. Are you guys starting to see the groundwork he's laid down the last couple of years, and it's starting to maybe pay off a little bit?
Yeah, it's here, and it's paying off. We get everything that he's throwing at us. We get all of it. It's paying off.
And Kavion, same question for you. How have you seen this program grow and build in the last couple of years?
I think it's changed dramatically since Coach Kills came. He really put it through our heads to work hard and win.
What are the goals for this year, Kavion?
To win. Go state.
I mean, is there a specific number you guys are looking for this year?
10-0.
10-0 would get you into the postseason, as you guys are now in the new Division 7. Is the playoffs something in the back of your guys' mind, D'Angelo?
Oh, yeah, it is. And all of our seniors, we talk about it a lot. The playoffs, that's one goal for the seniors, that we want to get there. It's our last year, so we want to get there.
Corey, how much does the senior class kind of talk amongst themselves about, we need to be the class that sets the new tone for Perry. We need to be the class that from here on out we'll start talking about how great Perry football is.
Oh, it's definitely an everyday thing. I mean, all these guys, they want to win. They want to get to the postseason. So, I mean, we all have confidence in ourselves that we can do it, but it's just executing will be the problem for us.
Corey, what do you think the strengths of this year's team's going to be?
I feel like we have a lot of speed for us. And our defense, we're coming around. We have a lot of seniors coming back, so filling shoes won't be too hard because we have everybody come back.
D'Angelo, before you guys take on Spencerville, what do you need to work on the most before that Week 1 matchup with the Bearcats?
I'd say work on our offense a little bit and defense. Well, work both sides a little bit more. But we got what we have to get. We close to having what we got to get, but we got to get a little bit more. We got to get better.
Kavion, how's the summer going for you guys?
It's going real good. We have a lot of guys in the weight room this year working hard and getting strong for the season.
What are the goals in the weight room?
Just to show up and work hard.
Who can lift the best?
I'd say Caden.
I don't know. I don't know.
You guys pushing each other hard in the weight room then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there one particular game you're looking forward to this season?
Probably say Waynesfield.
Waynesfield, yeah.
Yeah, that Week 6 matchup against the Tigers. Going in the NWCC this season, who do you think's the favorite? Who do you guys think you guys are going to have to chase? Who do you think is going to have to chase you guys?
I would probably have to say Fort Laramie is probably going to be the favorite. But, I mean, we always want to compete in all those games, so just to see what we have. I mean, we're always excited to play all the big teams to show what we have too. So.
D'Angelo last year started off the season with a 4-game losing streak, then won 3 in a row, lost 3 in a row. How much is consistency one of the goals for this year to be better week in and week out?
Yes, it's more motivation. Yeah, for us to do better. That's our motivation.
All right, thank you very much, Kevion, D'Angelo, and Corey. Take a time out when we come back. Andy Lynch will have more with the Perry Commodores here on WOSN.
One more round with the Perry Commodores here as we get ready for high school football season. Perry finishing up their camp this week, and then next week, 2-a-days begin for Perry. Sitting next to me is J. Tom Washington, a senior cornerback. Caden Dickey's in the middle, running back and linebacker, and Alan Ogle down at the end. J. Tom, let's start with you. How excited are you to be hitting again once you get the pads on, get scrimmages going?
Great. I've been putting on some weight, as a team. We are eager to get out there.
A lot of that weight coming from lifting in the weight room.
Yeah,
you see that experience?
Yeah. Kill implementing a good program for us, get stronger. Yeah, we're all seeing good results.
Caden Dickey, 71 tackles last year. A nose for the ball on defense. How is that side of the ball looking?
I think it's looking very great. We're just building on this some more. Like I said, we got starters coming back, everybody getting stronger in the weight room, taking it serious. We know defense winning and losing some games. And then for Spencerville, we really need to bring our defense up. They like to run the ball a lot. We're going to try to shut it down this year.
You like going against those running teams, a little smash mouth?
As a linebacker, that's what you love. Just to fill them holes and then make big hits. And it's just what I love.
Take us through practice. What's Coach Kill like? Does he get in your face? Is he all fired up? Is it relaxed? What is a practice like?
Repetition, repetition, execution. He makes sure that we got the plays down. So when it comes to game time, it's nice and crisp, and we can run it the best and be unstoppable.
Alan Ogle down at the end, wide receiver and safety. A lot of blocking as the wide receiver. How's that going for you?
Pretty good. I love blocking. I really don't get to touch the ball,
but that's okay.
That's all right. As long as we score, that's all that matters.
Tell us about this offense. Are you guys feeling more comfortable with it, Alan, here in the third year?
Yeah. I know who I'm supposed to block and where I'm supposed to go in certain plays, and I'm ready.
Caden, has it been a good bonding time this summer for you guys, the kids' camp this week?
It's been great. I've been ready for this, all winter and all school. Been waiting for it to come back out here, get to football again. It's my favorite sport. I love it. And working with these young kids, and then hopefully, someday come out here, watch them, put up wins and make this football team successful and change it from the past.
Perry Commodores looking to change from the past and moving in the right direction. They open with Spencerville. Should be a great year here at Perry. For Mark Kuntz and for all of Perry, my name is Andy Lynch. We'll see you next time here on WOSN.